This is TOS Television, your digital first pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwade, and this is Africa Now. The World Health Organization is asking for 20 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine to help African countries in administering second doses to those who have reached their first shot. An increase in cases reported by the WHO shows that the latest figure of over 4.7 million cases indicates a 17% rise. According to Machidi Somoeti, WHO Regional Director for Africa, it is too soon to tell whether Africa is on the brink of a third wave. The situation, however, is being monitored closely, and therefore there is a need for the rapid rollout of COVID-19 vaccines. 28 million COVID-19 doses of different vaccines have been administered in Africa, and at least 20 million second doses are needed by mid-July to give everyone who has received the first dose full immunity. The World Health Organization says the European Union and the United States have pledged nearly 200 million doses combined for low-income countries. Now on the issue of Israel, on Sunday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Egypt's intelligence chief Abbas Kamel met in West Jerusalem to discuss the establishment of a permanent ceasefire between Israel and Palestine. According to a statement from Netanyahu's office, they focused on strengthening cooperation between Israel and Egypt, as well as the mechanisms to prevent resources sent for Gaza's reconstructions from being used to increase the military power of Hamas. So far, Egypt has not made any statements regarding the meeting. Now in Mali, the Economic Commission of West African States, ECOWAS, on Sunday suspended Mali's membership in response to the double coupled by the Malian military colonel Assimi Goïta, who is now officially the country's leader. African leaders of the 15-member Economic Community of West African States held an emergency summit in Accra to discuss the situation in Mali. It was the first summit ECOWAS said Mali's membership in the bloc was suspended with immediate effect. Neighboring countries and international bodies fear the latest crisis will affect the presidential elections to hold in February next year. ECOWAS, however, did not ask Goïta to step down from the position. It only said the country should nominate a new civilian prime minister and form a new inclusive government. A spokesman for the Central African Republic's government reported that 3 Russians were killed after their car was hit by a roadside bomb in Bandiba village. According to the reports, the Russians killed were members of a paramilitary group and part of the local military convoy hit by the explosion. The Russian government has been deploying mercenaries and military instructors with weapons and equipment supplies to African countries to strengthen its presence in the continent. Reports say that about 175 Russian military men have been deployed to the Central African Republic, with some of them having access to the president's office. At least 6 cholera cases have been reported in Sake town of North Kivu. The authorities in the Democratic Republic of Congo said the outbreak was among the homeless people who fled after the eruption of Mount Nyiragongo. Medicine Frontiers have been providing people with drinking water to prevent an outbreak. The eruption killed 32 people and destroyed hundreds of homes around Goma. This made thousands of people due to fears of fresh eruptions. The town of Sake is so full of people moving into neighboring Rwanda, the Virunga National Park, and towns across Lake Kivu. This is your digital first pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break, so stay tuned. Welcome back. Now in business. Minister of Economy, Finance and Investment Support of the Republic of Tunisia, Ali Al-Khali, and Qatar's Minister of Commerce and Industry and Acting Minister of Finance, Ali bin Ahmed Al-Kuwari, met yesterday on Sunday and engaged in bilateral discussions on relations and common cooperation for advancements in commerce, investment and industrial areas. Also, trade policies between both countries and the efforts made in confronting the COVID-19 pandemic were discussed at the meeting. Now in Kenya, if Kenya Power approves new rules aimed at bringing investors into the off-grid electricity subsector, private companies will then be allowed to buy electricity from the regulator and resell it to customers. The location of most of the mini-grids heightens the cost of fuel and leads to a loss in operations, but new technology has invested in renewable energy better. If the proposals contained in the draft energy mini-grid regulations of 2021 are approved, they will boost investors in the sector since the structure allows them to continue with their operations even when the national grid reaches their area. Still in business, a national budget roadmap for the national budget in Zimbabwe has been unveiled. It was presented by Zimbabwe's Finance and Economic Development Minister, Professor Mthuli Ncube. The regulation provides that the Minister of Finance shall determine the annual budget process. Ministries and government departments should equally provide inputs to the Ministry of Finance for the formulation of the budget strategy paper. It also states that the Minister of Finance should present the annual budget statement to the Parliament on the last Thursday of November, which will be debated and approved. This is your digital first Pan-Africa News Network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now, sports news after the break. Just stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. Now in sport, Egypt's Zamalek has won the inaugural Basketball Africa League title after defeating US Monastir in a 76-63 match at Kigali Arena on Sunday. Zamalek players etched their names in gold letters in the club's history after winning the game. Walter Hodge, one of Zamalek's players, was awarded the tournament's MVP, an award named after basketball legend Hakeem Olajuwon. The BAL is the continent's top-tier club tournament, and it's a collaboration between the National Basketball Association and the International Basketball Federation. Still on sports, Kenya's captain Maurice Aromo has won silver in men's 89 kg at the ongoing Tokyo Olympics weightlifting African qualifiers in Nairobi. Aromo revealed that he played safe because he did not want any injuries and he's happy with the medal. Aromo, whose achievements brings Kenya's medal haul to 14, has said he will rest for 2 days before he embarks on training as he waits to know his Tokyo Olympic fate. And that is it on Africa Now for today. For more updates, do visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwade. Thanks for watching.